Hey guys, welcome back to Games Mods. So you all know the Rival Fate's probably one of the best blasters that came out for Nerf in the last 2 years. Basically, it's a breech load rival blaster, single fire, and it fires pretty hard. I've done a few mods to this before. I've modded it where I can shoot short darts out of the front, an ultra out of the front, and so on. But today we are going to modify it to actually take a Talon magazine out of the bottom. So to do that, we all first have to undo all the screws to take it apart. Alright guys, now that we have all the screws out, I want you to notice that there's two different types of screws. There's a small one here, which is found up there, and then there's these three here, which are these three here on the railing, which is fine. But other than that, we can take it apart, and we will be gutting this thing because we are going to put new internals in, a new spring, an upgraded spring, and then we are going to have to do some shell cutting. Usually I leave the screws in the blaster half because I don't want to lose them, but since we are cutting, I don't want them to jostle around or be lost that way. So let's go ahead and pry this apart here. Like so. There we go. Okay, so we're going to take the side out here for now. We're going to take out the plunger assembly, I guess. I'll undo this spring, just make sure it doesn't fly everywhere. Let's see. There we go. So that's going to come off of that, like so. Notice I have some others here. And then we're going to take off this part. This is your plunger, your spring, your catch, all that fun stuff. Take off this piece. Take off your trigger. Take off this piece. And I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. The next part is you're going to take this yellow part out. If you can't, it's tabbed in by two tabs here, right here and right here. See if you can push those apart enough to lift this out. If you can't do them at the same time, just do one at a time. There we go. That on that side, and then go to the other one, do the same thing. And these are pretty big tabs, so this should come out pretty easily just like that. And then you have your shell there. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put this back together, so I can then mark where I'm going to be cutting. It's going to be cutting around here. And same thing with these. There we go. Alright guys, so I went ahead and marked where I'm going to be cutting. Now the video that I watched, he did it in millimeters. I don't do well with millimeters, so I did it with inches. So basically, if you can see here, the gap from here to here is going to be 1.1 inches across, and then from here to here, it's approximately 2.8. I'm going to cut a little bit shallow inside just because if I have to cut a little bit more, I have the material to do so, because I want a snug fit. I don't want it to be loose. And where you want it to end over here is basically where this starts to round down. I think I went a little bit short as well, so you know, if I need to, I can cut more if need be. But those are approximate measurements. And then on the trigger guard, you're basically going to be cutting all this off. And the lines here, I'll cut one to show you the amount that you have to cut off. I put a screw in here just to hold it together. I didn't put any screws in the body because I can just hold it while I Dremel it. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut. All right, we got our Dremel ready, got my glasses on and my gloves on. Let me actually take this one off first. Take the screw out for now. And let's just cut that like so. Oh, we help if I had power. There we go. All right, as you can see, I cut a little bit below the line, or above the line, however you want to view it. But basically, when you first cut, I just try to get the stuff out of the way so I can get the Dremel in there. I'm gonna leave this as is for now, because I need to make sure everything fits before I start cutting the other one, as well as more on this one. But for now, let's cut into this guy, the main body. All right, we made our first cuts there. Pry this apart, take all that junk out. All right, so of course we went inside the line. Probably a little bit too much inside the line. Yeah, I'm probably gonna cut a little more. Yeah. So now I'm actually gonna I'm not gonna hold it together. Might be easier for me to just do it one side because it's hard to get in there. So let's see here. And there's that side. We can always file it down and take more off if we need to. Clean that up with a file or whatever. That little bit in there is hard to get. There we go. So there's that side. Let's do this side. There we go. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to file that down. And I noticed that a little orange piece flew out. This goes in here. If it does, it's just to hold the safety. See, it goes in and back in there like that. Yeah, just like that. Yeah. Okay. So now the moment of truth. Let me get the parts out. Put that screw right there. So I got this from AK Blaster Mod, which is basically WorkerMod. So we have a top rail here, upgraded spring and O-ring. Okay. And then we have the front muzzle piece, the breech and everything. It's gonna go up front, and then the magazine itself. So let's get this guy out here. I do believe I have to put this together. So if you get this kit, it's going to come with the release, the catch, 2 screws and a spring, and this little guy here. Let's see here. Okay. So basically it's going to fit in like that. So let's just see how good our cut is with this side. That fits almost perfectly. Cool. And we'll test the other side as well. Cool, fits in very nicely. All right, but we want to assemble this first before we put it into both sides. So, let's see here. Just by looking at it, it looks like this goes in like that for the catch. This is going to go right in there to catch that, like so. Sadly, I can't balance it on there because of the... So it looks like... Don't know what all that was. So the spring is going to go right into the back of that, like so. That's going to go in. It's going to go into that part like we had it. It's going to be a very strong spring. A very strong spring. I actually don't even need it to be that strong. But I know Worker, they like their strong springs. There we go. Got that in. That's going to go on top. And then these 2 screws. This is going to hold this together. Like so. So one screw is going to go through there. Make sure it goes through this as well. Problem is I'm doing it blind because I can't see. Let's try that again. There we go. So I'll screw that in like so. And that should, yeah. And this one's going to go right into there, same spot. Whoop. Once you have both in there, you can pretty much tighten it. And there you go. Cool. This just looks like a spacer or something, or for the spring. I'm not positive. But basically, now let's test it now that it's together. Piece fell out again. Same piece. It's okay. So if you look, I don't think I cut it wide enough in the back. Maybe? I don't want to see. I'm going to readjust this a little bit. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I need to cut a little bit more. Yeah, I need to cut it a little bit wider out, which is fine. I have more material to work with. Yeah, technically I guess on both sides. So we'll do a little bit more. I'm just gonna do a little bit at a time because I don't wanna, full send it. Especially when you're messing with this kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and get the Dremel back. This is gonna. There we go, it's just a little bit. And I'm gonna go on this side a little bit. I wonder if I can just sand that off. Nope, file. Alright, do a little bit more on this side, because where you do one, you gotta do the other. Let's clean that up, that file again, which I don't know where I put. Oh, right in front of the group. Oh. All right, now let's try this one more time, hopefully. There we go. No? Let's see here. Oh, I see what the problem is. I need to cut a little bit right there because it's not sliding on all the way. Let me get that really quick. Hopefully that's all I needed. Still not enough. Almost though. Oh, got it. Never mind. There we go. That is a snug fit. So yeah, as I've always said before, do a little bit at a time if you're not sure, because it's hard to fill in gaps. Like that's a little bit of a gap. I'm not worried about it because I think trigger guard's gonna be fine there. That is really in there. Can I undo that? Yeah. So now I need to see where the trigger guard is good. Let's see, which side is this? Oh no, this is this side. So that went in there, right? Wait, now I'm confused. Oh, this is this one. So pop that back in like so. And it looks like looks like that amount's gonna be just fine. So where I marked on this was perfect. I cut a little bit less, which is even better. It's gonna be a really snug fit. So I'm gonna pop this back out again and cut the other side the same. I'm going to take that same screw, put it back in there so the pieces don't wobble around, because smaller pieces tend to do that. Just like so. And let's go ahead and do the other cut. And we should be golden for the rest of it, hopefully. All right, that looks pretty even, Steven there. But you know what we have to do? We have to test. It's a little bit hanging off, and I hate that. There we go. You can always file it, but I use a blade. All right. Do I have this right? Yeah. Oh, go down there. I can already see by eyeballing it that's not totally straight across. A little bit more. There we go. There we go. This probably wasn't the best way to do it, but because I have to put in the tabs at the same time I'm pushing down. So just like that. It'll go together when the screws are all in, but it fits. So next, I'm gonna take this back apart, just by the screw. I'm gonna put this piece that kept coming off. Oh, don't lose it. There we go. And this piece, this goes up in here to block that, and this holds in the darts when they come through. All right, now we turn the Dremel off. We're done cutting, I believe. And then we can just start putting stuff back in. That goes up there, that goes right there, I believe. I'm gonna take this guy. This guy should, in theory, go right where the other one went. Should fit right onto there. Oh, let's take this out for a second. So actually, what you may want to do is take this out and put this nub through that hole, like so. Should just friction fit, like so. Then you can put the whole assembly back in. There you go, like that. And then this goes on top, of course. So it's just like that. Then you can start putting in the other stuff. This one like that. Actually, do I need all of this? The real question. There we go. Now for the spring stuff, let's take out the spring. You use some lube, an O-ring, this giant screw, and the spring itself. They did not give an extra catch spring or an upgraded one. So hopefully that one, oh, that one's pretty beefy. So let's see here. To take this, I guess we're just gonna have to do it the hard way because there's no screw, right? No. So there's a catch spring. Hold on to that. Don't lose that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take off the spring here. All right, guys. So I got the new spring on. It's a bit of a. It's gonna be a very strong spring. Here's the old one. Put this catch spring right there. We don't want to do a full AR removal because we know how that goes. I do want to get part of this out. Let me see. Alright guys, to take this little bit out, what we're going to do is you're going to look in there. There's a screw in there, which is very rare. But we're going to unscrew that. And this should come out. theoretically. Do I need to twist this? Oh, just comes out. So it comes out in 3 pieces. It comes out with the spring, the front piece, and then this piece. Okay, so when you have your plunger tube like that, you should have just that like that. And this piece that came with the kit should actually just go in there. Just like that. That's going to take up all the dead space. Like that. There you go. And the O-ring that we have is a little bit loose, so I'm going to put the new one on here. Let's take this one off first. There we go. Put this big bad boy on. That fits a lot better. I'm gonna put some grease on there just because. And then just spray it all around like so. Make sure you get all of it. Doesn't matter if you have too much, it's gonna dissipate anyways. And if you really wanna be sure that it gets all over the place, pour some in the plunger tube here. There's a glob, maybe 2 globs. And you just do that all the way down. Like so. Okay. All right, now we can work on reassembly. So we got the improved seal, improved seal here, and upgraded springs. We're gonna put that right back into there like that. Actually, we're gonna put that in last. And we're just gonna set this back where it was, which I believe was just upside down. There we go. Take that out for now. That's gonna go right. I believe it's gonna go right on that peg. Right? Yeah. Just like that. Make sure that your spring's in there. Maybe a little bit difficult. Let's see here. Yeah, because there's posts in the way. Let's see. So your catch is going to rest in here. So the spring needs to actually be behind that, like so. Can't see where the post is when I'm putting that in. Oh, it's right there. My big head was in the way. I will say that is a tough spring. There we go. Just like that. Trying to see where that stays. Yeah. The catch spring, try to get in there. I was gonna say try to get in there before you put this in here, but that upgraded spring is so tough. Put that back in there like so. This goes right on there like that. This is going to go right on top like we had before. This is going to go right there. Now the problem is, since there is a bigger spring in here, this is going to be a little bit difficult to close, but we will get there. I just need to watch that catch spring when I'm putting it on. So let's go ahead and fit it back on. Oh, make sure you have all your pieces in. Just go, not this way. This way. I think. No, the other way. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start putting in the top screws just so I can leave this alone. Because that's together. So, just going to put the screws in loose for now. And we'll tighten the ones that we need to right away, which are these back ones. And of course that one right there. The hardest part is just make everything fits, or make sure everything fits rather. Yeah, we'll be good. So this one I'm going to put actually through here. Make sure that holds the rest of the body together. There we go. Whenever I put the screws in, I try to put them in the most important ones first, just to hold stuff together, because you can go in afterwards like this one and put it in after all the hardware is in place, as to speak. And if you do it correctly, you should have 3 screws left over, one from the AR, and then these 2 little ones which were part of the railing down here, which you cut off. Now, hopefully, that looks pretty good. A little bit extra space over there, but I'm not worried about that. Oop. Ooh, that's gonna be powerful. So now, when you do prime this, you do have to move this in and out, but you know, when this popped out, you had to push it in anyway, so it's the same kind of thing. Final piece, let's put the railing on. And I wanted railing because I figured it needed a better sight, or a flashlight, or whatever you want. Since we basically took the railing off the bottom, which I think was unusable anyways. So in this pack, you're gonna get the railing itself, one of those little screw hex pieces to hold it down, and then a hex key, which is very nice. So, let's see here. Actually, I don't even think I can use this. Is this supposed to go up here? Where is this supposed to go? I thought it went up here. And it kind of looks like it does. Oh wait, maybe it just snaps around. Yeah, I think it just snaps around. If not, oh well, there we go. There we go. That's not going anywhere, so you don't even need this. But that's what it looks like. So very cool. Yeah, that matches that. Let's go ahead and test fire, because we do need to do that. I got a dart here. I need a magazine. All right, we got a magazine. It's a, 18 curved WorkerMod mag. So I'm just gonna put a dart in there. I'm gonna pull this out. Wonder if I can load this prime. Put that in. Holy Jesus. Yeah, I'd say that works. And then to take the mag out, you do need to pull this out, just like that. Let's load up a few and put it over the chronograph, because that scared me. And I kind of like it. Okay, let's get some darts here. All right, we're gonna put 5 of these worker darts in, just cause they're right here. With my new display boards going upstairs, I have most of my short darts upstairs to fill up the baskets. There we go. Turn that on. That's out. This can go in. All right, I'm actually gonna put on some glasses because I am terrified. Just in case, you never know. All right, put that in. $332. Yikes. Let's do another one. 184.5. $438.2. I think we got two more left. $377.7. One more. Yeah, this is frightening. $384.8. And I don't know if you guys saw that, but I basically blew the head off that, probably from firing so close. But that will shoot hard. Oh my God. Some of the others, you know, they're fine, but yeah. If you're gonna fire this, fire it far, far away in a field. But yeah, numbers don't lie. So I would say an average of 350 to 380, which is nuts. I will be putting a scar barrel on here for safety, of course, and maybe some sort of red dot sight up here. But I think that's really cool. Yeah. I'm gonna go find a scar barrel for this, or something. And yeah, I think you guys will see the final look in the image on the video. But other than that, guys, I will leave a link down below for the upgraded spring kit, the magazine kit, and the this top barrel thing. If you guys want to pick that up, as well as a fade, just in case if you don't have it. I think on Amazon right now it's like $8, which is a great pickup. That's why I got it. And this thing is nice. It's very spicy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this thing in the comments below. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.